Hey everyone, and back to Bleach Brave Souls. And the latest batch of characters that are going to be upgradable to 6-star are Chad, Szayel, Nnoitora, and Red YAMAMOTO. It's kind of weird, guys, because 3 of these 4 characters are power or red characters. So for now, there's going to be, kind of a flood of red characters in the game, but that'll balance out eventually. So let's start with 6-star Chad. He gets 723 stamina, 515 attack, 306 defense, 240 focus, and 455 spiritual pressure. The stats, they don't seem that great. 515 attack is okay. It's pretty much in line with most of the other old characters that were upgraded. The defense, it's still 306, and I don't know if that went up at all. So, it's still a really good defense number. So that's another one of his strengths. The rest is, mediocre. 455 spiritual pressure, it's eh. His killer trait is Arankar. He's also a recharge character, and he needs 9 5-star Ichigos to upgrade. The 6-star upgraded abilities he gets are normal attack power up, normal attack range up, strong attack range up, strong attack number of hits up, and special attack number of hits up. These are pretty strong upgrades, guys, especially the strong attack number of hits up. So he'll get the double hit strong attacks, which kind of makes up for his lower spiritual pressure. Also, the normal attack upgrades are really good as well. So he's a pretty well-rounded character. He's got buffs to both his normals and his strongs. The strong attack number of hits up, like I said, is a very strong soul trait. So he might turn out to be the best of this bunch. I'll tell you that the strong attack number of hits up on the other characters has made them really powerful in both PvE and PvP. So guys, if you have Chad, he's going to be good. His stats aren't great, but his upgrades are pretty damn solid. The second character we're going to talk about is 6-star Red YAMAMOTO. And this is a really old character, guys. He's one of the first available in the game, and he was desperately in need of a 6-star upgrade. Red YAMAMOTO has 734 stamina, 475 attack, 265 defense, 260 focus, and 531 spiritual pressure. The statistics aren't that good, guys. The only strength I really see with him is the spiritual pressure. The 475 attack is really low, I feel, for a 6-star character. The rest is, it's okay. His killer attribute is hollow, and his soul trait is that minus 65% burn, which is kind of a throwaway now because there's really not that many characters that do burn damage. There's a few, to be sure, but the soul trait is kind of, weaker in my opinion. So Red YAMAMOTO will need 8 4-star Yamas and 3 4-star Jushiros. So that's kind of nice, guys. He only requires 4-star characters, and the 4-star raids, they are pretty easy by now. For those of us who have decent 6-star characters. The only thing with the 4-star raids is I feel like the drop rates on them are lower than the 5-star raids, but they are easier, and you should be able to acquire those characters fairly simply. He gets a lot of upgrades, guys. Red Yama has a ton. He gets normal attack power up, normal attack range up, and normal attack speed up. So he gets a lot of normal attack upgrades, and that might make up a little bit for his 475 base attack stat. We'll have to see how he does, but it makes him a candidate for Chappies as well. So, if you were to want to run a Chappie build on this character, it would probably work pretty well. But in addition to normal attack upgrades, guys, he has strong attack power up and strong attack range up. So that's also very good. I would see people building this character as a hybrid, maybe not use Chappies, and just kind of take advantage of both his normal attack upgrades and his strong attack upgrades. That would seem to be what K-Lab intended for this character, because they buffed everything pretty much on him. And the other 2 aren't really that great, but special attack range up and extra flash step. So Red Yama looks like he's going to be really solid. Again, the base stats are low, but the 6-star upgrades are very good. Let's move on now to Szayel, and Szayel is the only non-red character in this batch. His killer attribute is Soul Reaper. Soul trait is Dodge, which is always relevant and he's going to need 10 5-star Mayuris to upgrade. As for the base stats, 740 stamina, 455 attack. Guys, that is low for a 6-star character. 295 defense is really good, actually, and 285 focus is also excellent. So the high focus might compensate somewhat for the lower attack, and the spiritual pressure is 490, which is on the low side, but not terrible. So let's take a look at his upgrades. He gets normal attack range up, normal attack speed up, and he gets strong attack range up, and strong attack number of hits up. Guys, the strong attack number of hits up is a huge upgrade for any character. It makes their strong attacks basically doubles their effectiveness. And for Szayel, this is going to be great. It's going to make him really strong. Because he does have that lower attack, base attack, and he has that mediocre spiritual pressure. So, guys, his strong attacks will be very good. He'll be relevant, I think. He's a dodge character with double hit strong attacks. That's very similar to what the purple Byakuya is and the orange Aizen. He's going to be good, guys. He'll be solid, and he's also a boss killer, so he'll always be good in PvE. And yeah, he looks pretty similar to the other characters we've talked about so far. The base stats are on the low side, but the 6-star upgrades kind of make up for it a little bit. And now we come to the final character to talk about in this batch of upgradable 5-stars, and it is Nnoitora. Now, guys, when these stats were revealed and these abilities, I got to admit, I was a little bit disappointed. Let's just get into it right away. His killer attribute is Soul Reaper. I personally feel it should have been Captain. Soul Trait is 20% strong attack damage, same thing he had before. And he's going to need 9 5-star Kenpachis. But the real problem is, guys, his statistics and his 6-star upgrades aren't that, overwhelming. Let's look. 709 stamina. For a 6-star character is a bit low. If you're going to give him low stamina like that, usually they balance it out by giving him more attack power. But his attack power is also low. It's 478. And guys, this is back in the day, he was one of the stronger red characters in the game. So his attack did not get much of a buff. His defense, however, did, and it's 344. And that might be tops in the game, or first or second at least. And that's a very good thing to have. Defense isn't really as powerful in PvP as some of the other abilities, but it's good, and you can work with it. Maybe you can focus on building him for defense. I don't know. I haven't given it much thought yet, but the defense is really high, so you got that going for him. And the focus is 228, which is not relevant at all, and the spiritual pressure is 449, which that's low, guys. It's a 6-star character. 449 is very low. The 6-star upgrades he does get are normal attack power up, strong attack range up, strong attack power up, and he does get super armor, which is, woo, thank God he got something, right? And the other two are just the special attack power up and the extra flash step. So guys, his 6-star upgrades, they're okay at best. I mean, the super armor is definitely the strongest thing he's got going for him. That means he's always going to get off his strong attacks in PvP. But, like the strong attacks with that 449 spiritual pressure, they'll still be good. He does get power up for strong attacks as a 6-star ability. So, I mean, he'll be decent at best. He's not going to be comparable to Red Kenpachi, in my opinion, from what I can see on paper. But he'll be a good alternative. Guys, I gotta admit, I'm very disappointed. This guy is probably my second favorite character in the series, Nnoitora. He's definitely my favorite Espada. And, I feel like he should have gotten more. Like, the guy has 6 arms, You would think that K-Lab would give him double normal attacks or double strong attacks, one or the other. But he really didn't get those things. He did get super armor, which, like I said and have been saying, that is an awesome ability. But the rest is meh. So I'm a little bit disappointed that he's not going to be that strong. But this is probably because we're comparing everything to the Kenpachis now, and if you're not as good as Kenpachi, you're irrelevant. That line of thought. But if you look at him objectively, he's mediocre. The upgrades he gets are okay, but they're kind of gimped by the low base statistics. So I mean, we'll have to see how he plays and what it actually looks like when he becomes available. Alright guys, so that's all I have for this video. That is the latest batch of upgradable 5-star characters released on the JP server, and we can expect to see these guys at the end of October. Alright, thanks for watching everyone. Let me know what you think. Are you disappointed? I know I'm a little bit disappointed, but I'm going to reserve final judgment until they're actually in the game and we see the gameplay footage. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching once again. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.